Alright then guys, so here we are back with another AOR video. Today it's the Belgium Grand Prix in AOR PS4 Tier 2 League, and going into this round I'm feeling pretty confident, and my practice pace was looking really good, especially the race pace as usual, and my qualifying pace wasn't too great, but I intended to start on the soft tyres and not on the super soft tyres which I'm on now here in qualifying. I'm just doing another practice lap like I did in Hungary as we are heading into the last chicane here, and just like Hungary I'm going to slow down before the line so I can easily beat my time on the soft tyres. But yeah, the plan is to do a one stop, so I'll do the first stint on the soft tyres which I qualify on, and then the second stint on the mediums to the end. But before this particular AOR round I spent a lot of time on F1 2017 beta, and obviously there's a massive difference between the handling of F1 2016 and F1 2017, so it made it quite weird to come back to this game for AOR, but I got used to it eventually, and the practice pace, as I said earlier, was looking really good. But there's a lot to be excited about for F1 2017, and it's basically a brand new game. It's not really anything like F1 2016, and there's so many new features, and I'm really enjoying playing it, and I don't know what I can say about it, so I'm not actually going to say anything. And I'll leave a link in the description to TRL Limitless's video, and he describes the F1 2017 beta really well, and I agree with everything he says. So yeah, I'll leave a link in the description to that video, and you can check it out if you want to. But you can see here I'm on my lap on the soft tyres at the moment. It's not been a great lap so far. In the exit of turn 1 La Source I had a massive bit of oversteer and wheel spin there, but so far we're actually down on the lap on super softs, which you would expect, but the lap on super softs that I did was actually really bad. But now we're up, and hopefully this can put us in the top 5, which is my aim for qualifying today. There's going to be a few people on the super softs who are going to be in front of us, but obviously they're going to be doing a 2-stop whilst we're going to be doing a 1-stop, so we should be able to have a chance of winning this race today if I can get qualifying right, and if there's no safety cars in the race which could ruin everything. But the lap is, well, the middle sector is looking really good. Obviously the first sector, as I said, wasn't that great, but we're gaining time here on my lap on super softs. I'm nowhere near the first place time at the moment, but you would expect that because he's on super softs. Heading around Blanchenois towards the bus stop chicane, on the brakes now. Hit that apex pretty well there, and we're going to hold down the DRS button. It's a trick I learnt, and across the line, and we go P4 with that. But yeah, about that DRS trick, you hold down the button and obviously the DRS turns on really quickly, so it saves some reaction time, but you can't do that on F1 2017. But you can see it's P5 in the end, and with only Sam Bastos, the other soft runner, in front of us, and there was 3 super soft guys in front. But now looking at the strategy, we're going to lap 9 on the softs, and then mediums to the end for the 1-stop here today. So we are now ready for the race. Can we win today? Can we make it 2 in a row? Let's wait and see. So we have 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and it's lights out and away we go for AOR Belgium. It's a decent start, I think. We're going to try and get up the inside of Sam Bastos into turn 1, but he's gone pretty late on the brakes and he's going to hang it around the outside. But there's a collision in front, we're going to have to avoid that, and we've made contact and we're in the wall. And there's another crash in front. Jonas then, Red Bull's out of the race, and we're now down into P10. And that crash has actually given me very slight front wing damage, and now the safety car is out. And the Salvo there's slowing right down. He's slowing down as well, but the Renault's now gone past us. But we are in P9, so that's an absolutely disastrous start. I couldn't avoid the crash. I tried my best, but we now have, as you look at that graph there, you can see I had front wing damage, but that is a disaster. Now we're in P6 because some cars pitted, such as Demon behind me is now on the mediums, and he actually tried to get them to the end of the race, which I really couldn't believe at the time. But at this moment I was pretty angry because you can see there's people doing the same strategy as me at the front of the race, so we got to do some overtaking, but the safety car is coming in and we have front wing damage, and it doesn't look massive, but it has a massive effect because we have huge amounts of understeer, and that affects the tyres, so it's going to be a difficult race from here. But let's see what we can do. The win's going to be difficult, but hopefully we can get a podium. As now we're waiting for the green flags to come out. The leader's backing up the pack here. In 4th place, you may notice that new name there. He's new to the league. I can't pronounce his gamer tag there, but in the manner he's new. And there's only 13 of us today because a lot of people are on holiday, so it wasn't a great turnout, but hopefully we'll have more in the coming races. But as we get racing again, still yellow flags, but Sam Bastos has accelerated, and now it's green flags and DRS is enabled. That's a glitch, that shouldn't happen. Oh no, it's disabled again now. So P6 across the line. Can we possibly get the Toro Rosso in front of us? Up Eau Rouge, possibly, or down, I think it's Camel Straight, I think it's called. And by the way, I'm hoping to go to this race this year, the Belgian Grand Prix in real life F1, and maybe Silverstone Friday practice this Friday coming up. So, oh, as the Toro Rosso's gone off there at the top of Eau Rouge, and he was lucky not to take out Demon there, but we are now up into P5, and Eau Rouge is always going to cause some people to crash because it's such a difficult corner. But you can see there's cars battling in front, and you can see the understeer that I'm suffering here, but we are right on the back of the manor in front of us. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that name. And could we possibly make a move here? No, we can't. It'd be too risky to do that, but I believe Giggs has taken the lead off Sam Bastos. We're going to go up the inside here on the brakes into the chicane. Can we make it stick? No, we can't. He hangs it around the outside for now, but seems like despite the front wing damage, we are in the running here. As Giggs sets the fastest lap here onto lap 6 out of 22, and the Toro Rosso that went off earlier is now out of the race. He retired. As there's a massive oversteer there on the exit for the man in front. I believe we've got a good run here as we go through Eau Rouge. Flat out in the slipstream, rich fuel, no DRS just yet, but it's going to be an easy move into 4th place now. So there's 2 positions made up already, and the 3 cars in front are battling, and I believe the Renault of Sam Bastos has taken the lead back of RC Giggs, and then Theo GR1 is in front in 3rd, and we are slowly catching them. Although lap 7 Sam Bastos has actually got away here, but we're going to try and go up the inside here of Theo in the Red Bull. Side by side on the brakes, we don't want to go up the inside of Giggs as well, and there's a bit of contact there, but that's alright. So we're slotting back into 4th place here. As Theo's in the slipstream, he's going to go up the inside of Giggs. His Ball 44 is now out of the session as well, so will that bring out the safety car? I believe he's crashed at Eau Rouge. I don't think it's going to bring out the safety car actually, so we are now still in P4 with Theo now up into P2 as Giggs tries to go up the inside, but he's never going to make that work. Or is he? There's a bit of contact there. Side by side with these two. Theo on the inside, Giggs on the outside, and Giggs goes a bit wide. And now we're side by side with him, and we're up into P3. So with this front wing damage that's causing loads of understeer, if we can hold on to the virtual safety cars out because of that crash, but if we can hold on to this podium, that is good damage limitation. And Dan hasn't turned up today because he's on holiday, so we're probably going to be in the lead of the championship if we can finish this race and get 2 points, because that's what I'm behind at the moment. And I recommend you guys go and check out the standings in the description where I've left a link to it. But into the pits now for our one and only stop today to fit on the medium tyres. And yeah, the team hasn't changed the front wing, which has basically ruined my afternoon, because I did request on the menus for the team to change the front wing. You know, on the menu you can request for the front wing to be changed, but it wasn't changed, which is a glitch on the game. And yeah, so it's going to be difficult in the remaining 13 laps from here as Giggs is out in front of us. But yeah, you can see in that menu there, I've said yes to repair wing damage, but unfortunately the team hasn't done it. So it's probably because it was very minor wing damage, but it has a big effect in a league like this, as we now go past Giggs with the DRS, and we're going to hold on to it in 4th gear. And now on to lap 11, he's going to slipstream us back, and it's so hard on this game to pull away because of the OP slipstream, which they have fixed for F1 2017, which is going to be good, definitely for league racing. But once again, we're just going to go past Giggs, lap after lap we're passing each other here on the Kemmel Straight, back up into P6 with only Sam Bastos just there. He's now pitted as well, so if we can catch him, we may have a chance of winning this race. But obviously you've got Demon and I believe someone else, I can't remember who, tried to stay out on the mediums from the safety car where they're fitted mediums to the end of the race, so they're going to be very slow at the end, and hopefully we can catch them. But once again, we just can't get away from Giggs, and he goes back past, so we're going to probably just stick behind him for now and see who has the best pace. And you can see onto lap 17 now, Giggs is actually pitted and Sam Bastos has pulled away, and we're really struggling with the pace because of this damage. And now Theo GR1 is right behind us, and this is actually his last race in this league in season 13, because he's going on holiday I believe for 5 weeks, so he's not racing anymore after today, but he's gone past with the DRS into P5, so we're now down to P6, so it's really not looking good today. I don't think it's going to be a podium at this rate, and that is really annoying because we had the pace and practice to win, but unfortunately that's just what happens in league racing. But we're back into the slipstream, we are having none of it. We're going to go back past Giggs on the brakes here, up the inside into 3rd gear, and we're through into 4th place, and hopefully we can keep him behind from here to the end and maybe catch the 2 in front who are on worn mediums as he tries to go back up the inside, but we defend it well, and it's still P4 for us. And once again it's going to be like Giggs, like the battle we had with Giggs. We just can't get away because of the slipstream and a DRS, so he goes back through, and he probably won't be able to pull away from me as we try to go back up the inside there on the brakes, but he probably won't be able to pull away from me because of the OP slipstream. But as you hear in TR Limitless's video, it is a lot harder to overtake in F1 2017, as we now go back through with the DRS once again, so it's really easy on this game to overtake in the straight, which definitely takes away some of the element of skill of overtaking on the brakes. But we're now having to defend into the bus stop chicane with only 2 laps to go at the end of this one, so can we keep Theo behind us and possibly get a podium? You can see Sam Bastos is still in 3rd with 2 laps to go. Actually no, he's just overtaken the Sauber, as now Theo goes up the inside and he gets through, and we were going to let him through there so we get DRS, but now he starts to slow down deliberately, I believe, to let me through so he gets DRS, and now he's starting to play games with us here because he wants DRS on the last lap. So heading up Eau Rouge, you can see he'll get DRS, he goes for the move but he backs out, and I'm going defensive because I thought he was going to go for the move, but I realise what he's doing here and he's backing out of it, so he gets DRS in the last lap. So at this point I wanted to do the best possible lap to try and break the DRS and the slipstream if I could. You can see we're starting to pull away at the moment, but it's going to be quite difficult. You see with the OP slipstream, and there's only 10 people left at the moment, but we're slowly catching the 2 cars in front. Sam Bastos is probably going to win, but you can see onto the last lap now, and I believe we're going to stay on board from here to the end. We've got Theo still behind us, so we haven't been able to pull away enough, so he's probably going to try and pass me on Kemmel Straight, although he's quite far behind. But just with this particular F1 game, it's really difficult to pull away, and he's going to easily get back through on the Kemmel Straight. But you can see there's 2 cars in front, it's Demon and the 4 Chicks, which is a bit of a strange game of tag I must say, but he now goes for it. Theo up the inside, we tried to squeeze him a bit but he goes back through, and we're actually going to stay behind him. I was actually quite happy that he made that move there, because we're going to have the slipstream on the, I don't know whether it's got a particular name, but the last straight before the bus stop chicane, because we may be able to set up a move there and possibly into Blanchimont maybe. But us 2 are really catching the 2 cars in front who are on the limit of getting a puncture here because they've been on these tyres for so long. And maybe I should have done that strategy as well, but you never know. You can't make these decisions in hindsight. But we are right behind now Theo, who is now right on the back of Demon, who's right on the back of the 4 Chicks. So it's now going to be a really good battle here, heading up to the final bus stop chicane here on the last lap. What can we do? Can we get a podium? Theo's right behind Demon now. He's going to set up a move. He goes side by side, and now we've got the OP slipstream. We've got lots of slipstream now from 2 cars, and we're going to try and go around the outside and set up an amazing move here if we can. Can we go around the outside? Blanchimont. No, we make contact and we go wide. Lucky not to hit the wall there. And yeah, I tried a very audacious move there, but you got to try these things on the last lap. And maybe I should have waited until the chicane, but it's going to be P5, which is really disappointing. but we do take the lead of the championship now, and yeah, it could have been a podium, and if my front wing wasn't damaged it could have been a win, as Giggs takes 8th place, but Sam Bastos took the win, so well done to him. And yeah, 5th place for us, not too bad, decent points for the championship, but I would have liked to get another podium. Only been off the podium once this season in the races that I've done, so it's a bit annoying. But there's no race next week due to the British Grand Prix at Silverstone, which I'm not going to on the Sunday. I think I'm going on the Friday, although that's not guaranteed yet. But lots of the drivers go, so that's why it's cancelled next week. So yeah, P5. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you for the next round very soon, or whatever my next video may be. So hope you enjoyed. It was a decent race, so yeah, I'll see you next time.